It helps if you unmute yourself. Hi, friends. Welcome to today's live broadcast. Pretty exciting today because I get to nerd out and I'm in a very nerdy mood. I just ran upstairs from downstairs heating up my tea because I feel like we may go a little longer today. It depends on you. Oops. Let me turn off. Okay, we don't need extra feedback. Okay, first and foremost, I need you to holler at your girl, and I need you to tell me, I need you to do two things. Number one, where are you watching from? Where you at, friend? I'm in Texas, the United States. And then what I want you to do is in the comment section, in the chat, whether you're watching on my channel, Baby Got Bot, or you're watching on the Chatbot Builder AI channel, there is a fun little poll, and I want you to test it out. I'm going to give you options today. We are definitely talking about AI agents and swarms, because how can you talk about agents if you're not going to talk about swarms? And don't worry if you're new to AI agents and swarms. It's okay. We're not talking about bees. I'm allergic to bees too, and I don't have my EpiPen. We're talking about technology. We're talking about how you can use this technology in your chatbot, and it's epic. It's so cool. I have so many ideas that I want to share with you today. I hope I have time. I mean, usually I only go an hour, but today I think we might go a little bit longer. So, I like to have this interactive. Look at this. I've got Vancouver in the house, Virginia. What? Listen, there are 11. I just scared someone away. There are 11 people watching right now. So make sure that you're tapping in and tell me where you're watching from. Now, I know that whether you're voting or not. And the reason I know is I have a live interactive thing that I built. Let me show you. You see this? You see, Australia. I love it. Perth. Love it. Hilton in the house. This is my live interactive bot that I just built. It took me like 10 minutes to figure this out. Next time it'll take me less time. But I thought I want to try this out. Let me show you real quick, and then we're going to talk about what we're going to talk about. But I thought I'd make it interactive today, whether you guys want to play along. Otherwise, I'm just going to decide. Basically, what you're looking at here is the behind the scenes of my chatbot. Are y'all new to chatbots, or you've been doing it a minute? Like, do you even know what an AI agent is? How foundational do we need to get today? We've been putting out a lot of videos through my channel and the Chatbot Builder AI. We've been putting out a lot of videos lately about, you know what? I need to do something real quick about agents, because we want you to be, hi, there's my face. That way I don't feel so like that it's interactive, right? So that you know what an agent is. AI agents is something that OpenAI coined recently, and they said it's coming. It's coming like in January. And Ryan Baggett was like, nah. We could do that right now, because that's how we roll. We just know how to do that stuff. So we're already using them. But the vote is super cool. It's just this very simple flow that I created. I'm hoping it works. I tested it. And essentially, you're going to go through the flow. You're going to vote. Do you want to do a fresh start bot? We're going to start from the beginning, and we are going to go from scratch building out AI agent chatbot, which is usually, I would think, what you guys are seeing a lot of, which is fine. I have a really fun idea for that. Maybe it might be too complicated. I really want to show you. I had this idea walking upstairs. I really want to show you. Let me see if that's the right camera. I have two cameras. How to build an influencer bot. Because I have influencers. San Diego, I love it. I have influencers who I work with chatbots. And I thought this would be cool with an agent, because we could also use a dynamic gallery. I don't know. It was a thought I had, so I don't know if it'll be a successful build. But the other vote that you can make is fix my bot. So since AI chatbots have come out, since obviously I have an AI chatbot, Stellar Media Marketing. I also have Baby Got Bot, but I don't manage it. So don't go chat with Baby Got Bot. I manage Stellar. And it's old already. It's obsolete because of agents. So I thought, I need to spend some time fixing this dang thing. And it's time, right? It's time. So maybe we'll instead fix my bot. And it's a big bot. There's functions, there's all kinds of things. And I thought, I think we can make it better with AI agents and a swarm. So that's the flow that you're looking at. As you guys can vote right now. If you look at the chat, you'll find on my channel, Baby Got Bot. You can go find my channel if you want. It's easier to find. It's pinned to the top, this URL. That'll take you to this flow. It's a very simple flow. And it just asks, do you want to do the fresh start from scratch? Or do you want to fix my bot, which could take some time. We might not get all the way through it today, but I do think it'll give you conceptually and strategically ideas on how to properly utilize AI agents. And that's really what I want to address today is like these other things that you can do. We've been touching a lot on the agents lately, right? But these are some other things that we can do. I just want you to think different perspectives. So you come in, and if y'all enjoy this little chat, this little, see if you guys are voting. No one's voting. That's awesome. It's live, interactive, and no one's voting. So I obviously get to choose. That's up to me. Cool. I put in the time. Do the time, they say. We have here, by the way, Dubai. Hey, that is super cool. Fun fact, my mom and my stepdad lived in Dubai for a long time. In fact, my sister, who is very much no longer in high school, but she is a grown-ass woman with kids, she went to school and high school in Dubai. Fun story. All right, so you know ManyChat, but you don't know AI agents because ManyChat doesn't know any of this. You can't do any of this stuff. Fight me, anyone. Come on. You can't. I'm sorry, you can't. I think that ManyChat has, I haven't touched ManyChat in a long time because they're obsolete, but I think ManyChat has some kind of thing you can upgrade. You could pay more and you can get AI in it, but this is a whole, that was so last year. This is what yes, you voted and yet it didn't update. So I definitely screwed something up, didn't I? That's painful when your thing doesn't work. Well, I tried. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at what happened here. Maybe it's just me. Let's preview it. This is what it should look like, right? Vote for what you want Kelly to cover. So let's say like, I don't know, existing sounds fun because I need to do that work and it's easier when I'm forced to do it. All right, so let's see the results. Now it should say that, no, it just says fresh start, 1 vote. I am definitely going to have to fix this. Let's go see what happened before we really dive in. You guys, this is what happens when I'm live. This is exactly why I'm not allowed to go live. Like, it's not a thing I should be doing. I think what we really need to do is give each one of these cuffs its own action and then move it over. I think that's gonna be good because fresh start is working, but nothing else is working. Let's see, vote results sheet. Let's delete one of these. Fresh start. So we are going to return the rows so we want to update the row. That's the whole point, right? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Am I way too far ahead of you? Basically, we want, when you vote, the cuff needs to update here. Let's go ahead and put a 0 here for now. And you could see 1 for fix my bot. When I tested it, it worked. So we want to update it. This is a Google Sheet integration. If you're not familiar with Google Sheet integrations and you guys want to play with this today, I'm happy to do that after we talk AI agents. But I want to get this fixed. Vote results, sheet 1, yes. We're going to look up fresh start is 1. I'll explain that in a minute. And then fresh start, we're going to, let's go ahead and just put nothing here because I'm putting, okay, fresh start gets fresh start, save. And then we'll go in here. Update row, we're going to delete fresh start because, again, we're return the row that matches the filter. We're updating the row. We're going to get rid of fresh start. This one happens to be for fix the bot. Save. They get updated into Google Sheets because each time you vote for fresh start, it will update by 1. And each time it'll update by 1. And then it'll say, do you want to see the results? And then it'll show you the website. That's what's happening. That's basically what you're seeing here. And look, it worked. Boop, boop. Someone voted. So we're tied. It was broken a minute ago. So if you voted, go vote again, I guess. I don't know. All right. So we've wasted enough time on this poll. That's just a fun thing I was working on. I just wanted to show you. I always like to show you guys something that maybe you're not familiar with. So I had this thought, right? We've been around the AI agents for a while. Have you watched? I need you to answer. There are like, I don't know how many people. You can't see the screen. Of course not. Let me show you. There's the screen. this is what it looks like, okay? This is what the flow looks like. Hold on. Thank you for reminding me. I do that. This is what the flow looks like. It's the main where you got to vote, and then it updates. It says increase fresh start. So increase the cuff by 1. If you vote for a fresh start, it goes up by 1. If you did fix a bot, it goes up by 1. It looks up the Google sheet. It's going to look up the row 1, and that'll make sense in a moment. Fresh start, and it's going to update that right there. And then I'm going to say, do you want to see the results? And then I did a landing page, and I just embedded this thing here, right here. Did you know you could do this? If you go to publish the chart, you can get an embedded code, and then you can put it in your thing, and it's like an interactive thing. So why I have this number here is for that. That's for lookup. That's what that one thing is that I showed you, where it's like lookup row 1. If you guys don't know what the Google stuff is, this is probably very confusing. I apologize, but that's what you didn't see, and I apologize for that. Okay, so have you seen one of our AI agent videos yet? Whether it's mine or it is Ryan Baggett's. He does a lot of lives on this. He's covered a lot of things, and I've done a lot of videos. Unfortunately, I think you guys have only seen like 2 of my videos because they're scheduled out to go out like once a week. But we've been explaining these AI agents, and you know what I was thinking about in one of the videos, my last video that came out, I talked about like what are swarms, what are AI agents, and I showed you an example of the pets. Did you guys see that yet? So the pets are basically each agent represented a pet who was in charge of discussing that pet. So it looks like we have a lot of no's. So good. Let's start at the beginning then, because if you haven't seen one of those videos, it's probably very likely that you don't even know what I'm talking about. And I want to start at the beginning so I don't confuse you. I know that we went into a little tangent in the beginning. I apologize. I do that. Welcome to my lives. They're sometimes structured. You can integrate ChatGPT into it with your own voice. Yeah, I'm sure that's possible. I haven't played with that yet. I use 11 Labs myself for my my voices. But anyways, so AI agents. Those of you who are saying no, have you built an AI chatbot in Chatbot Builder AI? Because this is important. In Chatbot Builder AI, prior to these agents and swarms, we were able to build AI chatbots, and you would have kind of this master brain, and we called it AutoGPT. AutoGPT would be the default message, but it is trained with prompt engineering on a knowledge base, which is essentially your prompt. It not only tells the AI what its name is, what its purpose is, what it needs to know in order to answer questions and help the user with the chat, and even like get their information and stuff. But it's acting as a default message. So anytime someone types in, after the first message, which is the welcome message, first message is always the welcome. After that, every subsequent message goes through your default message. And especially with AI chatbots, this is very important that we train our AI chatbots. But what we kept finding, and I'm sure that you have suffered from this, I know I have, is I have a very robust company, and I am a multi-passionate entrepreneur. So I am the COO of Chatbot Builder AI. I am the owner and CEO of Stellar Media Marketing. I am the founder of Baby Got Bot. Like, there's a lot that goes on in my world. And so between having to train one AI chatbot on not only like all the facets of one company, like everything it needs to know about Stellar Media Marketing and all my services and stuff, but also like all the guidebooks I have and my courses, right? There's a lot. But then I'm like mixing in Chatbot Builder stuff and like Baby Got Bot stuff. And I'm trying to answer questions about chatbots and about content marketing. It's like, it's a lot to train one AI chatbot on. But now we can have what we call agents. This is where agents come in. So agents are basically that one, but we're multiplying them. So we can have multiple agents inside of one AI chatbot, and each agent can be trained on a specific thing. So I can have an agent that knows everything about Chatbot Builder AI. I can have an agent that knows everything about the specific course that I have that people might be asking about. and it gives details and like helps sell. I can have an agent that knows everything about stellar media marketing and all my services. I can have one that knows everything about the books that I've published. And so each agent can represent different facets of my business. I want you to think of it kind of like you would in the departments of a big company, right? You would have your sales department, and sales could take care of your customers' sales needs. They're trying to sell the product and trying to explain the product. They might ask qualifying questions, and really they do everything that the sales team. So we would train an agent on all things sales that they would need to do to perform their job. And then you would have another agent that's like customer service. Customer service is going to be taking care of any issues that might come up, shipping questions, resolution to any problems that might come up, or, questions about anything a customer service rep might need to know. We're going to train an agent for that, and then so on and so forth. So we have all these various things just like in a company, but now we can have them in agents. Does this make sense so far? So that's the AI agent. So essentially we're going from one agent or auto GPT to like, now we can have multiple agents. You don't have to have multiple, but this is an option and it's super powerful. The other thing that you may hear come up a lot is this thing called swarms, which the first time I know, if you're like me, you're like seeing bees flying around, like it's a swarm of bees or mosquitoes or something. And it sounds very intimidating. It's not at all. It just means that you're using more than one agent. That's all it is. So naturally, if you use, 3 agents, you've created a swarm. And today I'm going to show you how to do that. So that'll be easy for you, right? And since we have so many people who seem to be new to this, I think we're going to start at the beginning. Instead of fixing my chatbot, which I really need to put some time in, so maybe we'll do that next week. So come back next week and we'll step up another level. Today, I'm going to show you 2 ways that I want you to think about AI agents and AI swarms, right? The first one is one that if you've seen my video or Ryan's video, you already have seen this concept. It's that every agent kind of has a personality. And so Ryan, when he first did it, he had named them, right? And I want to show you one of mine that I think is a really good example of this idea of like each agent has a personality. There's my face. Let me move my chair. Do you have agents for WhatsApp application? I am not the person to ask about WhatsApp. I can answer questions on just about anything in our platform except WhatsApp and Telegram. I don't use those platforms. Wendy's the one to ask about WhatsApp. But I believe that agents are available everywhere. And in fact, I can confidently say that 99% sure you can use the agents in Swarm. And that's because of the router, which we're going to cover. The router is an agent who the user does not interface with. The router uses AI to analyze the question or the comment that the user makes and then decides which agent that you build out is the best thing to send it to. And then it goes through a condition and it will go off to the right person or the right agent. So I believe because of that WhatsApp is available to this. I think all our platforms are supported, but I can't say 100% because I don't use WhatsApp. That's not my specialty. That is definitely a Wendy question. But I would almost be willing to bet you $1 that she's going to be like, yeah, it's totally fine. All right, so you guys see my face. Hi, you see my screen. There it is. Let me show you my pets. Oh, thank you. Look at this. Boom. There's your answer. Love it. I do think it works on every platform that we offer. The queen. I don't even know who this is. This is either Asta, who I don't even know what time it is in. Let's find out what time it is in Asta's time. It's only 6:20. It's only 6:20 in Suva. So if that's Asta, or it's Ryan. Okay. So I'm going to show you a basic bot that I actually showed in my last video, but I think it really shows you these different personalities. It's called Pets Life. So we're working off of 2 things. This is the basic bot, right? We can make this very complicated, which is what Fix My Bot would be. Maybe we'll do that next week. We can't start at the end. We can't put people in the deep end before we explain the beginning. So in our settings, if you're new or not new, this is the settings of Chatbot Builder AI. If you're new to Chatbot Builder AI, or you're just here because you like my face and my cool Topo Chico earrings, I know that's why I'm here, to show you my earrings, then you need to know that Chatbot Builder AI comes with OpenAI integration. Now you can absolutely connect to other AI tools, which is I'm going to show you settings, integrations, like OpenAI, Google Gemini, Claude. This one is Grok, the XAI. Oh, it's Ryan. Hi, Ryan. Everyone say hi, Ryan. The king of chatbots in the house. We're more like brother, sister, king and queen, right? I'm the big sister. So OpenAI comes with all the accounts. And OpenAI is what uses the agents. So that's where we're going to spend our time. Now, this is Pets Life. It's already built out, but I want to show you kind of the back end. Now, if you have used Chatbot Builder AI, then you probably are familiar with what we used to call the, gosh, I got to remember the name of it. What was the default message called? AutoGPT. It was called AutoGPT, and it worked as kind of like this automatic default message for like most people I think could use that. If you just have the one agent and it's trained just here, you would use default. But if we're going to use agents, this has to be turned off. Trust me. I accidentally had it turned on the other day. Actually, with this, I was shooting the video and I couldn't get it to work. And I was shooting a loom to send to Ryan to like figure out what I did wrong. And as I was shooting it, I figured it out. I was like, default message was on. So default agent is AutoGPT. It's just a vocab change. All right. So we're going to go down here and we're going to go to agents. But real quick, the difference between an agent and an assistant. Agents, I've already explained, right? They're these individual AI people or robots, whatever you want to call them, entities that we train on various things, which you're going to see here today. Assistants, now if you watched my assistant video where I built a softball, I keep looking at the wrong camera, a softball rules assistant. What an assistant is you upload like PDFs, like large documents, and it has to pull its knowledge base from the document, which you could see here. Let's just say test. I'm not actually going to do an assistant. But so you would put in like a mini prompt here and then upload your files. So that's essentially, rest in peace, AutoGPT. Seriously. I need to go make some new foundation videos because like everything's obsolete now because of that verbiage. Okay, so but agents, they're faster because we're not using a PDF. Assistants are going to be a little slower because they have to kind of like scan through the PDF. But agents are very fast, and they work together, and they share a chat history together. Now, the assistant does not work on the same API. So if your router, which we'll talk about what a router is in a moment, is I kind of already explained it, but if it's transferring and you want to use agents and assistants in your bot, you need to make sure that you save your chat history to like a master cuff, a bot field, and send it to, I don't even know if this is possible. It is possible. I know it's possible because Ryan told me it was possible. So you save the history, you send it over to the assistant. This is more complicated. So if that's not something you want to do, we're not going to do that today anyway. All right. So the agents that I built out, these are the different personality agents. I have here, it looks like 5 agents. Okay. We have Busta the Bunny, and Busta the Bunny is a bunny with a New York accent. You know, he's like, forget about it, you know? And I don't know if you ever saw Pets Life, but there's like a bunny, and that's kind of the personality I based it off of. The parents out there know what I'm saying. And he's going to answer questions about small pets like turtles, fish, rodents, that sort of thing, right? All right, the next one is Ryan the router. Yes, I did name my router after Ryan Baggett. It just came to my mind because we were talking. This is it's not ChatGPT, y'all. It's called it's OpenAI. OpenAI owns ChatGPT, but it is OpenAI's API that works this. All right, so the instructions for our router, this is the very important router, is that your whole purpose is to figure this out. Like analyze the questions, analyze the chat, and then I want you to figure out who's going to be the agent. And then I have all the agents. Now this is the very simple version. When we get to the default message, which yes, we have to actually build out, but it's not as hard as it sounds. If I could do it, you could do it. Trust me. Yeah, Buster the Bunny. Then, so Ryan the router does not actually talk to anyone. Ryan the router's in the back. I envision like if you think about like an old school like telephone board where you have an operator, except Ryan's not actually talking. Like, who do you want to be connected to? Boop, 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 boop. That's right. And he's like, putting you in the board. All right, so then we have Lolita, the cat expert. Lolita is a cat. So obviously she's snooty and bored, and she's got a little chip on her shoulder. She is going to be really annoyed that you ask her questions, but she will answer questions, and they're all about cats. So if there's a cat question, we got Lolita. And then we have Alex, the keeper. Alex is the human, and Alex is just going to answer some basic, like your general pet owner questions, right, that only a human would know. And then Mika, named after my old dog Mika, is just a lovable, silly, loyal dog answering questions. Now, this is why you need to stick around for this whole thing, or at least get to the next part, because this is only the beginning. What we're talking about here are different personality chatbots. But if you watched one of my favorite live broadcasts that Ryan did, let me see if I can find it really quick. You have to go watch it. It was the first time I learned about AI chatbots before this is how I built my own AI chatbot. I watched this video that Ryan did. It's not the 5-minute one. It's another one. Let me find it. I want you guys to watch this after mine. It is well worth your time if you still are having questions. Right here. How to build AI agents live tutorial, Ryan, right here. It was 2 weeks ago I watched this, and already I'm a master ninja, right? In this one, instead of personalities, it was more task-based. I mean, yes, mine are task-based, but we're talking about like, okay, I have someone who's customer service, someone who is sales, and someone who is, I think he had like a graphic designer that actually made images, right? And yes, we can do that. We can do that, right? So yes, you can have different personalities, you can have different tasks, but it almost feels like when you get sent, and I'll show you in the example, when you get sent in a conversation, it feels almost like I need to introduce myself every time, right? And that's okay. This is just an option. You can have different personalities. I think even if I'm not mistaken, Ryan's here. He's going to correct me, and I'm almost positive that before we introduced agents, we had the ability to create agents. It just wasn't this simple, right? We had to build out the agents in a flow. And if you ever saw the live where he had Tony Montana and who was the other one? Was it Snoop Dogg? And he switched back and forth. And like he did it with voice too. By the way, you could do voices with all of these. I'm going to do a video soon on a call bot that does the same thing. But you can you used to be able to do agents there, but the point is like he had full on Tony Montana from Scarface, and then he's like, hey, I want to talk to Snoop Dogg, and Tony Montana's like, cool, let me pass you over. And it was basically like just going back and forth, and we were able to do this before OpenAI even announced what AI agents were. Like we've been doing this all along, we just now made it so much easier. So you can have these kind of compartmentalized, if you will, personalities or task-oriented agents. So think about that. And then in a moment, yeah, and Cat Williams, thank you. It was so fun. And this was before we had the agents. And we didn't even call them agents back then. And he still built it out, right? So that's just proof that we've had this all along. Just easier now. So these are my agents as an example, okay? So we're gonna go, and I just wanna show you how this works, and then I wanna explain to you the point of today's video, which is the flip side of that. But I'm gonna wait, we're gonna wait. All right, old school, right. I always wanna start at my welcome message when I'm testing out my AI agents, because it has to go through the router. Before we do that, you know what? Because there's so many of you who are new, let me walk you through the steps. So I created all the agents. And by the way, Ryan's videos are phenomenal. The one I showed you for teaching you step by step. But I also have the video that came out on Tuesday on my channel, Baby Got Bot, also shows you, I think, how to build Pet's Life. But after we build out our agents, we'll make sure default agents turned off. Then we go into our flows. We go to our default reply. You're going to see like a different basic, this is what you're going to build essentially. So you have here your router, your first step's always going to be the router in your default reply. Why? Because Ryan, the router, is going to analyze the messages that come in, and every message that the user makes goes through this process, okay? So Ryan's going to be like, who is this? What's the last input? Analyze the last input. Figure out who's going to get it. Is it Lolita, Mika, Busta, Alex, or whatever, Mika, Busta, Lolita. I sent them all. They're Alex. They're all there. Who's going to get it? And then he's going to save. Look, when assigning the agent, only assigned by the name, Lolita, Mika, Busta, or Alex. And then we gave a little example, and we save it as the router reply. Super easy. I know it sounds crazy if you've never seen this. We're going very fast, but that's because we're doing a conceptual training today, strategic training, not necessarily the step-by-step, which you can see in my Tuesday video that I put out and in Ryan's video and on our blog. I wrote a blog that went out, I think Asta sent it out yesterday, that explains this in fine detail as well. So we got you back. We got all the ways for you to learn this. You're already ahead. So then we go to a condition, and we're just checking the router reply, which is what we saved Ryan's response to. Lolita, Mika, Busta, Alex. And then we go in here. This one's Lolita. Okay, I just put Lolita. I typed out Lolita with her response. But the reason I type it out is for me to test. When you do this with your clients, you would remove that part and just put the response. But essentially, all we do is say, we're going to do agents. We're going to select the agent. In this case, our agent is Lolita. And we don't have to, we're just going to say, this is what I wrote. Respond to the user. That's all I need you to do. Respond to the user, okay? And you can use functions, which is something I want to teach you guys soon. And I do think I'm going to do a live next week where we are going to fix my bot, because that's something I would use is functions. We're going to start basic this week. Next week, come back. We're going to jump into the real deep end. And that will be step by step. With existing bots. So if you have existing bots, whether they're yours or your clients, you're like, oh, I got to clean this up. I got to do agents. Let's just do that next week. That's going to be our goal. All right, so let's test this bad boy out. Again, I told you already, let's publish. When we're testing, we always start with, when we're testing agents, we always start at the welcome message, right? I'm going to publish this because it had a yellow dot. That's what the yellow dot means. And preview. Did you know that we have this? Listen, I know I'm going fast. I know some of you are new to our platform, but you see this cute little button that says assistant? That's your assistant. We built you your own assistant. Look at this. I have chat. The chat is with our support bot. You got a question? We got you. What's the vanilla ice? If you got a problem, I'll solve it, right? Okay. Docs, those are our docs right there. You need to learn more? Got you. And then preview, that's where we're gonna be hanging out. And then we have an HTML editor for you guys who love coding and stuff. Not me, I don't like coding. Welcome, how can I assist you? So let's ask a question about cats. I'm allergic to cats, so let's see if there's like a cat out there that I could get with. By the way, if I'm going to write a question about cats, are you going to guess before Ryan the router sends me? Who's it going to go to? Let me know in the chat. Hi, I am highly allergic to cats, but my kid is obsessed with cats and really wants one. Is there a cat that possibly we could get that is maybe hypoallergenic or something? All right. I'm going to give you guys a second. Who do you think's going to get this? Because as soon as I hit play, yes, this is such a great question that I'm going to answer while we wait for a couple people to guess. Do all these agents retain the conversation history between them all? I'll be testing this myself later today. They do. The only one that wouldn't retain is the assistant. So if you're going to send from an agent to an assistant or an assistant back to an agent, then you will need to save the conversation history. And that's because they're using a different API. Assistant API is different than agent API. Okay. All right. So I had one person guess Busta the bunny. You're close because technically Busta is in charge of small pets and cats can be small pets, but no, it's Lolita, our cat. Let's see if our router sends us to the right place. Lolita. Fine. Remember, she is bored and she has an attitude. So you want a cat, but you're allergic. How typical. Anyway, this like talks like my daughter too. She's kind of a cat personality. Anyway, there are some breeds that are considered hypoallergenic, like the Siberian or the Balinese, which are both cats that my youngest is trying to convince me to get. They produce fewer allergens than their average fur ball. But honestly, if you're allergic, maybe just stick to a stuffed animal. Just saying. Dang. I'm going to ask another question. We're going to see if Ryan can switch us up. So let's ask about fish. right? Like I need to learn more about fish because I'm allergic to most pets, it seems. Okay, you're right. Maybe I need a fish. What's a good fish that's like super low maintenance? Okay, now this can go either way. My hope is it goes to Busta. It could go to Alex the keeper. It went to Busta. All right. All right, listen up. If you want a low maintenance fish, go for a beta fish. That's very true. These little guys are colorful, sassy, and they don't need a ton of fancy equipment, just a decent tank, some water, conditioner, and you're good to go. Just remember, no tank mates unless you want Fishy Fight Club. Keep it simple, keep it stylish. Cool. So I love this, right? And we can certainly keep going and be like, what is the best dog if you are a super lazy person who hates going for walks and you do not want something with a lot of energy? You could tell I'm not in my pet stage of life. This is going to be Mika, right? Look at this. Mika, hey there, fellow couch potato. If you're looking for a dog that matches your chill vibe, consider a bulldog or a basset hound. They love lounging and don't require a lot of exercise. Just a short walk. All right, I'm not going to read the whole thing. Do you see different personalities? But Ryan the router is doing a hell of a job going back and forth and figuring it out. And it's great. So here's the thing that I want to break down to you, though. And I'm going to come back. Hey, I'm going to do this, but please remind me to go back and when we go back to screen sharing, because I always forget. And then you're all like, I don't see what you're doing. In these scenarios, they do feel a little disjointed because I created different personalities, right? This is just an example to really give full definition to our agents. This is for you to explore. You can have a chatbot that literally like your Ryan the router can be a full-on human operator and interact and be like, yeah, let me connect you to customer service. Let me pass you on to Lolita, our cat expert. Okay. So they can send you that way and he could be a part of it too. So there's a lot of options here. Now, before I get into the second option, there is something that I want to point out. You may have caught it and you may have wondered. My agents did not have a huge database. Did you see that? This is an important point that I've made in other videos. I think a lot of people go in and they think that they have to put every single detail about, like Lolita, for instance, has to know about cats. Do I need to put in my knowledge base every single detail about every single cat breed out there in the knowledge base? No, I don't. So let me show you Lolita's knowledge base just to bring this home. I got to close my assistant here, but there's so many things in the way. All right, so if I go back to my settings, to my agents, and I show you Lolita, open, agents, manage, Lolita. This is it right here. That's everything Lolita knows about cats. Why? Can you guess why? I don't need to train everything. While you try to figure that out, I will give you the answer in a minute. If you recall, if you watched some of my lives before, I did a live where I trained a chatbot on, it was like a coffee bot. It was Joe Mama's Coffee based in Durango, Colorado. And I trained this thing to be like a coffee expert. And when necessary, when it made sense to the context of the conversation, could answer questions about Durango. And this was only with one agent. I like literally trained it. Now I could have two agents, one about like the expert of Durango and one that is the coffee expert. But I did not have to train it on everything coffee. I did not have to train it on everything Durango, Colorado. And that is because OpenAI's AI, and it's not just OpenAI, it's Claude, it's Gemini, it's X. They are trained on huge data models, okay? So if the data existed by the time the training model, the LLM, was trained, I think the cutoff, I could be wrong, you guys can let me know, was like 2023. I want to say September. They just updated it. It might be newer. 2023 was the last one I heard. But then, I have a lot of things in my brain. I'm a mom, so some things I kick out that are unimportant. But let's just say 2023, September, unless you guys correct me. OpenAI is is basically trained on the internet. Like if it's on the internet before and you need the AI agent to know something like generally about all the cats in the world, the internet has already trained OpenAI. You don't need to train OpenAI. You only need to give your AI agent a purpose and tell it what it needs to do. Lolita, your purpose is to answer questions about cats. Now, here's the thing. If Lolita was the only agent I had, I don't have a router. I don't have any other agents. And it's just like Cats R Us is our chatbot. And I only have one agent, and it is Lolita. Lolita knows everything about cats. And all of a sudden, I go in and I say, hey, I want to know about dogs. Lolita's going to be like, I'm going to train Lolita to be like, sorry, bro. I don't talk about dogs. I don't know if you've noticed, this is Cats R Us because Lolita's got attitude, right? But if I wanted to be like, hey, if people do have questions about dogs, you can answer them. The internet knows that information. So don't waste your time training your AI knowledge base. Use your the prompt engineering rules that we teach you, the five P's, and all that stuff is important. But you don't have to put everything in the kitchen sink in your knowledge base if it's general information the internet knows. Does that make sense? Because I do think I've seen it so many times. I know that our support team sees it and they're like, I need to put pages and pages of information. I'm like, you don't if the internet knows it. Okay. So obviously this is a very basic knowledge base, but that's my rant. I know you can see what I just said. Obviously this thing you can't see. Obviously, this is a very basic knowledge base. But again, the internet knows. The internet knows. That live for the coffee shop was gangsta. Thank you. Thank you very much. I love it. We need to have a contest and bring your 5 best agent personalities to the office hours next week. I love that. That's such a fun idea. And I hope that this teaches you how to do that, right? These like fun personalities. But here's some other layers that we should be discussing. And this is what the point that I've been teasing you all along. And this is something we're going to talk about next week if I feel like it, I think this will be the topic. When we go to fix my bot doesn't need different personalities. My AI agent is called Stella. She is my AI assistant. Anyone who goes into my chatbot knows this or will know it when you chat with my chatbot for Stellar Media Marketing. So we have Stella. I don't want Stella and Mark and John and Betty. I don't want all these agents with different personalities. I want Stella every time. Stella's personality, but I want to use agents because I want each like version of Stella, each agent to be responsible for something. I told you in the beginning that I'm a very multi-passionate entrepreneur. And I would argue that most business owners also have various parts of their department. They don't necessarily want different personalities. So I have a pool contractor, right? Let's just say their person is named Joe. And Joe is the AI assistant for this pool contractor. And Joe can answer all your questions. But if this particular pool contract, not just pools, they do patios, they do pools, they do outdoor kitchens. So we would have an agent for each of those products because they're very big parts of their business. Or I would have a sales agent that knows all of their products, but then I would have one that the sales agent can answer all the questions about like the products that or the services we offer and, maybe price points and all that. But then when the user's like, hey, I want a quote, then I'm Joe. Nice. Then you can pass that over to the agent that takes all of the information and follows up with them and says, hey, we'll get back to you with a quote. And we'll set an appointment. Or you might have one that's an appointment. So in my world, for instance, and I'll just show you my backend. We're not going to do a full build out because there's just no time at this point. Let me save this. If you're like me and you have been doing chatbots for a while and you have like this many chatbots, seriously. Ryan, if you're still here, I really need one with a pin. I need to pin this one to the top. You see, I have two agents. I've kind of started playing with these. These are old, by the way. Isn't that weird? Look at this. It's from 2023. Bizarre. That's because they were called something else before. All right. this is Stella. This is like my main girl. This is my main assistant. And Stella, this is her tone of voice and like target audience and value propositions and all this stuff. But with Stella 1, we'll call her, I would train Stella 1 to be like, I'm going to greet you. I'm going to help you with general questions about stellar media marketing. But I also have, people who will ask me about Chatbot Builder. Well, instead of training Stella 1, my main bot, let's call it the welcome Stella, main Stella, I don't want to over dilute her knowledge base with too much information, because that's where we see hallucinations or confusions. And so instead, I would create an agent that is fully trained on everything Chatbot Builder, because it is very common in my world that people will come in and they'll ask me questions about Chatbot Builder because of my association with the company, since I am the COO. And so this is going to be, trained on that. By the way, I didn't show you this, but when you do agents, you can also do this cool thing that I showed you how to do with templates. And it's kind of like a template, really. So you can like put sample questions, which I don't know if you know this. I don't know if you've heard Ryan, Wendy, or myself tell you 1,000 times, because we have, or more. Please do use sample Q&A, because that's going to solve like 90% of your problems, honestly, with your chatbots with AI. So in this respect, the personality will be the same. The tone of voice is the same. You're still talking. The user is still talking to Stella. They don't know that there's been a crossover to a different agent. There's no indication other than this new agent is like the expert on this topic. So then I would have another one that I would train on like my coaching services. And I would have another one that's trained on Baby Got Bot and can answer like specific questions that I can train on, from my videos and such, and like I can use functions to send you to different videos, or I can use a dynamic gallery to pull all the latest videos or what have you. So there's a lot of really fun things that we can do where the personality doesn't have to change, but the agent is trained on that specific thing. We still need a router. I don't have one yet, because again, this is the one I need to fix and rebuild step by step. But as of right now, just to give you an idea of where I'm starting from, I have a very big chatbot, but I use the default agent and I use this OpenAI thing. So I have like my master prompt here. You see how long this is? This is my prompt. And you see all these functions? These are all the functions, right? And by the way, I thought about this the other day. Correct me if I'm wrong, if Ryan's still here, but the detect phishing attempt, all of you should have this template installed if you have Messenger installed, because it will take care of all those spam messages. But if you're going to use this you'd want to create, you'd want to add this to your router agent and then have them analyze, hey, if this is a spam, however it's signified, then you would basically create an agent for this function so that you can put all of that memory and stuff in their own thing. But you say I have a lot of functions. A lot of these functions too could instead be either agents or agents attached to those functions. So for instance, I have the Insta Leads sign up. This was for a program that I taught that's now a course that you can buy that teaches you how to use chatbots alongside Instagram to get leads and build your email list. And people would go in, and right now you could go in and you could chat with my chatbot and be like, hey, I want to learn more about the Insta Leads challenge. And it would tell you about it, the main agent. There's only one agent in this account. And then it would use the function and would, take your information, whatever I've trained the function on. But when I fix my bot, I would turn off the default agent. I would create an agent that is fully trained on this course, right? And I could even go a step further, and I could have like a password protect VIP, like for customers only. So if you bought the course, you could go in and ask questions for people who bought the course. You would just have to put a password. There's so many things that we can do. I got to look at what Kim said here. She always got good questions. I love the concept of routing out agents with specific knowledges and not identifiable by the user. And yes, thank you. This was the whole point I wanted to make today. Because I do think like Ryan and I have been putting a ton of videos, and we will continue, because this is like literally, when I tell you I've never been so excited about a development in our chatbot systems, this is the one. If OpenAI is teasing this for January and we've been doing it, like, we're onto something. Okay. And I also think, I could be wrong if it was Claude or Gemini. They just introduced agents as well. So I'm sure whichever one that is, we're going to have access to that shortly. There are two of my faces right now. But the point is, super fresh, overwhelmed. I know. Let me get to my point, and then I will address this. The point is that you have so much flexibility. You can have the most fun, multi-personality, multi-functionality agent chatbot swarm with all your agents doing all these fun things. And you can have a lot of fun with it. Like, it could be, there is definitely a client out there for something like that, right? And in that respect, you can have a call bot, like I've taught you in my series about doing phone call bots. I taught you the step-by-step. There's a playlist for that. Take that concept and apply it to agents, and you can have your operator, aka your router. I just got blurry. I apologize. There we go. You can have your operator basically say, hey, how can I help you? This is Stella with Stellar Media Marketing. I'd love to direct your call. What can I help you with today? And they're all, yes, I would like to schedule a call with Kelly about her business coaching. And Stella, the AI router operator, could be like, no problem. Let me transfer you to Vanessa, who can help facilitate that. And Vanessa is another agent with a different personality and a different voice. We're talking about phone voices right now. You can use audio codes for this. The ones I did was with Twilio. You can use 11 Labs for your voices. There's so many options. But what I'm saying is, this can apply to phone bots too. So you can have your whole business have different personality people, just like you would if you had an office full of people. And you would just, if you're going to do it that way with different personalities and such, I would say you would need the operator to talk and be like, hey, let me transfer you. Okay. That being said, I would caution you, when you do transfer, don't have the chatbot necessarily introduce itself unless you put like a tag and a condition. Otherwise, it's going to introduce itself every single time, even though it's carrying on the same conversation. I digress. Let me talk about this. When I go live, I'm going to be all over the place because I get so excited, and I realize a lot of people are new and a lot of people have been doing this. I'm today just giving you ideas. That's my goal. If you feel overwhelmed, it's cool. There's nothing wrong with being overwhelmed. But if anything here sounds interesting, like, oh, that sounds cool, here's what I'm going to challenge you to do. One of my specialties is, hold on. My thing just like zoomed in too much. Like this. Okay. Nope, that's not what I wanted. 11 Labs. Why are we here? Let's go back to YouTube. One of my specialties, this is Chatbot Builder AI, where you'll find all Ryan's stuff. Please go subscribe, Chatbot Builder AI. If you speak Spanish, we have a Spanish channel too. And then this is my channel. Go to my videos. Check this out. I have shorter videos that walk you step by step. This is a step-by-step video about what we're talking about today, but it actually teaches you how to do the thing. Okay. So if you're sitting there going like, this is cool and all, but I am, woo, you're not the only one. I'm not picking on you. You're not the only one that is going to feel overwhelmed. And so I just want you to all know that, like, we have what you need. Okay. Today's live is really conceptually, I want you to understand that you could do personalities. You can do a seamless chatbot experience, but with each agent representing a different specialty, but the user does not know. Okay. There's a lot we can do. And I want you to be thinking about that, because I do find that a lot of people will watch my videos, because I do shorter videos, and my shorter video, yeah, you want to see the phone bot. My shorter videos are pieces, like pieces to a puzzle, right? And so I just give you an example, and then people are like, well, can you do this, but for real estate? And I'm like, no, I'm not going to do all the work for you. I'm like, yeah, if I get around to it. I did it again. If I get around to it, I'm happy to do it. But like, the point is I'm not trying to do a video for every single, let's see, where's the phone bots? for every single chatbot, like every agency's absolute needs out there, right? Where is the phone bot? I'm in my playlist. It's so weird. There's Spanish, chatbot builder, softball. Maybe it's down further. I have a lot. Messenger ads. It's because I'm logged into my own account. All right, here we go. I have the phone. You can actually learn how to build these push to call. Start here. This is the video you want. See, right there, incoming call assistant. But I do have a lot of people who say they'll watch my video and they'll be like, but that's cool, but I need you to build it for this industry. I need you guys to put some work into. Like, I'm happy to show you the ropes. I'm happy to do a chatbot for the real estate agency industry and stuff. But I'm going to tell you something. It's definitely a frustration of mine when we put out all these videos that teach you something, but you guys don't always, and it's not always your fault. And that's why I do this a video like today, where I want you to start thinking outside of just the basics and like, here's some other options. But I need you guys to get on board with opening that up, because I can't always create an industry bot because I'm not in that industry right now. I would love to show you guys how to build, for instance, a real estate bot that uses dynamic galleries that pulls all the listings directly from the Google Sheet, so that when someone's like, I need a 4-bedroom house and and then I could have a filter and it pulls in the dynamic thing from Google Sheets. That's totally possible, except I don't work in that industry. So do you know how long it would take me to to find all the listings and stuff? If you work in that industry, it's so much easier for you. But you know what you could do? And this is where I say, like, my videos are puzzle pieces. Take what you need and they stack, right? Your AI swarm video for that scenario is going to go great with the Google Sheets training, especially the Google Live Sheets training, because we actually talk about dynamic galleries in that training, which will also go really well with the tracking KPIs, because you're going to need to know how to do that, right? So when I'm giving you these shorter videos, I want you to start thinking of them as like a stack. Take what you need and then start figuring out like, oh, I could do this. I could do this. I swear to you, every time I talk to Ryan, we'll just be on a text string and we're both like, well, what about this? Well, what about this? Like, if you need that, we have a Discord that is crazy active. There's office hours. Like, these are really great times to jump on. And I promise you, you're gonna learn so much, but there will be ideas that you spark. Like today I was walking upstairs and I was thinking, you know what? We have something that we're about to launch. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'm hoping sooner than later, but definitely by the end of the year. We have something that we are going to be the first chatbot building platform, especially AI platform, that is going to be on this other platform. And I'm going to give you a hint because it goes with the story. I was walking upstairs thinking about this and I'm like, influencers. I work with Amazon influencers, and one of my good friends who is one of my clients as well, I consult him. He uses our AI chatbot for his like comment to message. So if someone comments on Instagram, it's going to send the message and then it will direct them to his landing page where people can buy things, and then he makes commission. But he also does Amazon, but he also does not Sam's Club, Walmart. And there's one other thing that he does. So he is like, I'm thinking agents, right? Not only that, but I had this other thought because I had a call with him. And I hope you're following me here, because this is how my brain's working. I hope it gives you an idea. And this is how I put the puzzle pieces together. I was thinking about agents in that respect. But then I start thinking about, like, he says he's really busy. Influencers get really busy. They don't always want to have to update every single thing. And especially if you're the type of Amazon influencer who does the deals. What if his VA could just update a spreadsheet, like a Google sheet? People can use his chatbot to search for deals, and it would use dynamic galleries to pull them in. That could work, right? So this is how I'm putting together these pieces. These are different videos that I've shown you how to do these different things. And even today at the beginning, I was showing you guys how I built a poll, right? An interactive poll. I don't know if you guys voted. Should we go look? If I fixed it. It was broken. For some reason. It didn't work here. I don't know why. It worked in the bot though, so that's kind of weird. But I was creating this interactive poll. I just had this weird like idea, like I want to create an interactive poll, and I want to embed it into my chatbot. This is our chatbot builder landing page, and so this is like I'm embedding things inside of the landing page that is offered in Chatbot Builder. It's just another way that we start thinking outside of the box. That's why you want to watch all these videos, because you might not need dynamic galleries today, but I promise you, if you learn about them, then, or if you learn about agents, you might not need a chatbot with multiple agents today, but as a chatbot builder, if you learn about each one of these things, if you show up and you watch either Ryan's lives or my recorded videos that are shorter, depending on your time, you are going to start walking around or you're going to talk to a potential client. And the potential client's like, hey, this is what we need. And because you now know what's possible because you've watched the tutorials, you're like, I got you. We could do this. We could do this. We could do this. And it's just very exciting. So I do encourage you to carve time, put it on your calendar. Give yourself if you're going to watch one of Ryan's lives, you're going to have to give yourself an hour and a half. Honestly, he goes hard. I mean, I'm going longer than normal today. I don't do a lot of lives because I do this. I go on tangents and I lecture. I'm like such a mom. But give yourself like an hour a week, maybe 2 hours a week for education, to just build for fun. Go watch one of the videos and then build it while you're watching. That's how I learned about AI agents. I went and watched that video I showed you guys, and I watched it and then I built it with him. And that's how I did it. That's how I learned. I learned the same way you guys do. It's not like, listen, I get it. We release so much new stuff, and I like take a lot of days off for mental health reasons. I've built my business so that I could have at least 2 days off a week to just like explore hobbies or, work on other things or be with my family, not including the weekend. And especially during softball season, y'all know I'm a hardcore softball mom. And when I come back after like a long weekend, because I don't work on Mondays, so it's like 3 days I haven't seen anything, and there's like AI agents are new, swarms are new, all these new things. I get it. It could be overwhelming, but I carve out time. In fact, one of the days that I carve out as a non-work day is an education day for me. That is a day when I will go and I will watch one of Ryan's videos. I'm like, every week I try to watch one of Ryan's videos if I haven't learned that thing yet. Because just like you, I don't magically, like Ryan doesn't download into my brain. He doesn't give me, we don't have weekly meetings, because if Ryan and I get on a call, I don't think he's here anymore. So it's just between us, but he knows it's true. We will not shut up for 3 or 4 hours. You think he goes hard when he's live? Get him on a call. But he and I our brains go 1,000 miles per hour when we talk. So we can't have a weekly meeting where he teaches me something. I'm like you. I have to go learn it too. So I am learning with you. And I hope that, this stuff is helpful. I am going to read your comments now because I've been going off. How do you turn on and off the mic to help the message in the chat window? When I do, it sends the audio message, not text. Oh, that's, you mean when I'm it types for me, I'm voice dictating. I'm on a Mac. And this is something else I learned from Ryan because he's also a Mac user. And I went into my settings of my Mac, and I went in my keyboard settings or my voice dictation settings, and you can pick a button on your keyboard. And when you click that button, it allows you to voice dictate. So it's not the same as the Chatbot Builder mic. That's just going to send a voice message. It's actually a feature on my computer. I'm sure Microsoft does it too. I'm not a Microsoft user. I am a Samsung phone user. I know I'm a weird anomaly. There's this thing about CRMs. Are you begging for CRMs? Are you praying for CRMs? I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know if that's your purpose, but we do get a lot of questions like, does the CRM connect? Does the CRM connect? There are too many CRMs. And that, my friend, is why you are free to connect your, do webhooks and all that good stuff. But you can use Make, Padly, and Zapier. Excuse me. You can use any one of those to connect to just about any CRM. Every time someone asks me or asks in the Facebook group, do you connect this CRM? The first thing I do is I go to Zapier and I search, is this CRM? If it's in there, you can connect it, because Chatbot Builder connects to is it Padly or Padly? I don't use it. I'm a Zapier girl. I know many of you are not because it can be expensive, but I'm one of those like loyalists. I've been with Zapier from the get. I will not use their chatbot, obviously. It sucks. Golden ratio, chats bees assistants, each chat bees. Let's see what Kim had to say. Kim was saying something to Charles. She just dropped another one on us. I know you're saying the same thing as I am, right? Stop. I've been given all the good stuff. My brain is working. I hope I want your brains working. That's why you show up to mine. My lives, I want you to think outside. My goal every time I go live is either I'm going to teach you something very structured. That was not today, obviously. Or I want you to think conceptually. I want you to think strategically, because my goal, and something I'm working on right now, just so you guys know, I've been teasing it for a while, but I keep putting it off. We could talk about my insecurities for a minute. I am building a AI chatbot agency course. Ryan's been begging me to do it. He wants me to sell it for myself. It's not going to be affiliated. I mean, it's affiliated with Chatbot Builder. It's not going to be a free course. It's a premium course. But I'm building it. And my insecurity is, if I build it, will they come? Do you guys want a course? But I have taught and consulted many agencies over the years. And one of the things that I'm telling you today that I've already kind of lectured about, and I feel like you guys probably already know, and I've nailed it in your heads, is that even when I build my agency courses, we talk about this in the past and hopefully in this course, you don't need to know everything in detail, but you need to know what's possible. Because when you sit down with a client, and if you've ever heard me talk at one of my agency boot camps, or you've ever had the good fortune of having me do a one-on-one with you for your agency, or you watched any of my pricing videos, number one question I always get: how do I get clients? How do I price my business? And the number one answer I will always give you is it depends on your confidence. Because confidence is going to help you sell. Confidence is going to help you get more money per client, okay? My threshold, I do not take clients under $1,000 anymore. I don't do it. I have content clients. My content clients are all above $2,000 a month to do content for them. Not even chatbots. We're just talking content. And not everyone can do that, but I have a lot of knowledge, right? But I also know what's possible. Do I know everything? Do I know how to do all the possibilities? Not yet. But when I go into a meeting, and this is my hope for you, when I go in to meet with a potential client, or I get on a call, or preferably a Zoom over a call, and I'm talking to this client and I'm asking them, like, what do you need? And they're telling me, I need more leads. I'm like, cool, bro, but tell me some of the other problems in your business, because leads, certainly we can help with that. But I need to understand, like, where's the roadblocks, right? When we can start having those conversations, and then we are confident in the possibilities, we know what we can do, or we can get help with doing, like you got a whole crew of CBB Nation that's going to help you, right? Then you are more likely to say, okay, this is what you need. Here's my proposal. Here's how much it's going to cost. And they're like, oh my gosh. You're like, yeah, I mean, this is what it costs to hire a pro. And you're going to say it with confidence, because confidence sells. And so when you know the possibilities, when you watch the weekly, I mean, I get it. We do more than 1 week live, but I'm telling you, just watch 1 week, one live a week. Give yourself an hour every week. Either watch a live, watch a couple of my videos in that hour, because my videos are like 15 minutes or less. Learn something new every week, and you will know the possibilities. So that when I talk to a real estate agent and they're like, well, we want to be able to show people listings. Can you magically put the listings inside the bot? Can it be pulled from somewhere? Yes. Dynamic galleries, bro. It can be done. Well, can you do a mortgage calculator that's based off the actual rates of like today's rates? Yes. Also can be done in Google Sheets. Like, bro, we could do it all because I know what's possible. Okay. So I want you guys to understand that there's so many things. There's so many wonderful things that you can learn. Oh, there you go. There's a good hint for you guys. Windows H key for Windows users for voice to text. That's a good one. Nuggets, friends. Waiting for, okay, so you guys are interested in the course. I hope so. Because you wouldn't believe how many courses I've done that the people who take them love them, but I I love building courses, but I hate not making money off of them. It's a lot of work. And I go all out. If you've ever taken one of my courses, you know that not only am I giving you video content, but you're getting like worksheets and guidebooks and transcripts and audio because you don't always want to, sometimes you just want to listen. Anyway, I digress. Do you have recommendations for platforms to build? I have one recommendation and one recommendation only. There is no other. Let me show you. Chatbot Builder AI is look, it's me. Obviously, it's awesome, but it is the world's best AI chat builder. Not only are you able to connect to all of the platforms I discussed today, but also we are partners with Meta. We are partners with I'm reading comments, my brain farted. Google. We are a top tier certified with OpenAI. Like we got all the credentials, but we have a free account. You can play Sandbox. You get 25 leads. It's a good place to start. You could do a custom domain. You want to be white label domain, instead of saying Chatbot Builder AI, this is what it would look like. Instead of app.chatbotbuilder.io, then here, there's another one, app.chatbuilder.io. It could be like kellyrocks.io. So that's what that is. Or, get the pro plan. Or if you're like really badass and you want to build your own empire, you can be the best platform in the world and just white label it under us. This pays for itself if you get enough clients, by the way, because it's only $50 a month. And that includes everything I showed you today to build the chatbots that we were just kind of messing with today. It includes the OpenAI integration off the bat. Boom, you get it. It includes the all the integrations. And unlike like our competition, we don't have any competition, please. They wish they could be us. I know they watching me right now. See you. But they can't touch us. We're not charging you for contacts. I know like ManyChat, once you hit like 500 contacts, and that's every person who comes to your chatbot's a new contact. Even if you don't want them in there anymore and you try to kick them out, you're still going to pay more. 500 contracts, you're going up a tier. We don't do that. You're good. What else? Gosh, there's just so much included. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. I know like VoiceFlow, for instance, I've never been in it, but I've seen a lot of videos and a lot of people have come in and talked about it. And a lot of people like how you could put like a URL in and it like scrapes it. But the problem is that every time it scrapes, it counts towards like your limit, and it's you don't have control over that data. So it's not good data and it takes forever and there's a delay. Listen, I'm not trying to badmouth everyone. I'm just saying we're the best. Any Black Friday offers? Gosh, I don't know. I would say the fact that it's already the most comprehensive AI chatbot platform on the planet. And we were going to raise the price to $74 back in September. And Ryan and I discussed it and decided that, all the companies out there, all the big tech stack companies are out there raising prices, hurting people's bottom line. And although we keep adding more and more value, we have kept the $49. We have introduced a free plan. We have introduced so many things, but we haven't raised our price, and we decided not to. So instead of asking like, what's the Black Friday special? I would say you get a year special because we haven't raised the price yet when we absolutely should. I mean, I was for raising the price. Call me the bad guy. I am the villain because I don't think it's worth it. It's absolutely worth it. And I want to introduce a affiliate program so you guys can start making money off of helping spread the word. We can't do that right now because we are like literally $49.99 with everything that we give you. We have no margins. So, I mean, I'll be the villain in this story. Black Friday. I'm going to tell him no. I'm going to tell Ryan, don't you dare. Instead, we bring you more value. We're not cutting our prices. We're bringing you more stuff. We're bringing you AI agents before anyone else, including OpenAI. We are bringing you faster integrations with pretty much everything. We're working on bringing in more things like audio codes. We just brought in a stronger integration with them. So it's not the answer you wanted. It's the answer I'm giving you. I'm going to say no. I don't get to ultimately make that decision, but, and I know Ryan's not listening anymore, but I would probably tell him no, don't do it. Because I think that our product is too valuable to discount. And I would tell you the same thing. And in fact, I do tell you guys, when I do my agency trainings, I did a Black Friday training. I told you the same thing. Do not undercut your pricing. Instead, give more value. So if I have a Black Friday sale, first of all, I'm going to look at my margins, right? Let's just talk business for a second. So I have a course, and that course is all about content marketing, batching, creating a content marketing plan, all that good stuff, and doing it for yourself or your clients. And this course is valued at like $225, I think. And it's hosted on Thrivecart. I bought a lifetime plan. It cost me nothing now. I've spent it. I've made my money back. My margin is 100% on this course. Every time someone buys this course, I make money. So I can discount the shit out of that thing, right? I could be like, you know what? It's $1 today. And every time you buy that course for $1, I make $1. So that's different. But perceived value is everything, and especially in services. So instead, I would probably say, okay, for Black Friday, I'm going to sell this course for $225, or maybe I'll just cut it to $200. I'll take $25 off, whatever. It doesn't mean much, right? But then I'm like, but I'm going to throw in my Insta Leads challenge, which is $100. I'm going to throw that in for free. So because both of those are 100% margin, I can do that. Bring more value. Value is more important than price at the end of the day. You guys want to compete on price? Have at it. You're going to lose. Everyone loses when you compete on price. I could tell you that based off what I know about other chatbot platforms. I'm looking at you people who think they're my competitor. Man, you guys got me feisty today. I'm telling you all the secrets. All right, so let's wrap up. The key takeaway I want you to understand is, what are AI agents? We explained that at the beginning. I showed you a couple videos that you can definitely check out in order to learn more in a more structured way, and actually like show you step-by-step how to build. Go to either my last video on AI agent swarms. I teach you how to do the pet chatbot that I showed you tease today. Also go to Chatbot Builder AI's YouTube channel, and we have it in Spanish as well. So what are those? What are swarms? Swarms are just multiple agents, okay? And then conceptually, the importance of educating yourself on different things, not just what's right in front of you, but what is coming down the pipeline? What is going to give you more opportunity? I'm talking to those of you who sell services like chatbot services, okay? I know not everyone here is doing that. Some of you are just trying to do your own chatbots, and that's cool too. But if you're trying to sell services, then you need to be able to, know what's possible. Kim, question. Buyers can always find a cheaper price, but make it where they can't find a better value. Exactly. You can't find a better value than what we give you. I don't think anyone's giving you OpenAI for free. I just don't. Let's see. Can the router change Kelly to Ryan for offers, please? Listen, I'm texting him. I'm going to be like, don't you dare. That was hilarious. Here's the offer. The price of our services will very likely go up next year. I already told you the price we're looking at. We're looking in the 70s, and our product is absolutely worth it. But if you want to save, I'd buy it now. Now, for those of you who are looking at building your own empire, maybe you already have clients. Listen, like I said, if I'm going to build a chatbot, you're going to be paying me at least $1,000. And most likely you're going to be paying a couple $100s a month for me just to manage it. If that's the case, let's just do the math on this. Math, y'all, is not my thing. But look at this. This is white label agency. What is a white label agency? You basically become your own chatbot builder AI. You get the entire platform. You can become a reseller. And it's all under your branding. You manage it. It's like if you're familiar with High Level, it's the same concept as like High Level. It is worth every penny. I love it. Where you know how you can like fully have your own agency and like resell. That's exactly what it is. But let's do math because math is fun. I freaking hate math. But it's $559 a month. That is a steal. Is that really the price of the white label agency plan? Ooh, I think that price came down. I don't know. Oh, this is the white label agency plan. Okay, I take it back. This one doesn't come with unlimited accounts. It comes with 50 accounts. So this is a good starter pack. We also have an enterprise, which would mean with the enterprise is what I was talking about, where you can create. And I think that one is like $2,500 a month. Now that sounds like a lot, but like, let's just do the math on this one. Okay. So 595, we're going to divide it by 50 because that's how many accounts. It would be your cost. We're talking margins, right? Your cost is $11.90. Yo, $11.90. You can sell this for anything above that. Yeah, thanks, Kim. I just caught up with myself. This is the 50 account one, but I just did the math for 50 accounts. 50 accounts would cost you $11.90. Now, I'm not telling you to undercut us, but you could. You could sell it for $20. Let's say you sell it for $20. You make $8 on every account. Now, would I do that? No, I would not do that. I would sell it for $50 at least. So if it's 11, shoot, I already lost my number. 595 divided by 50 was $11.90. And I'm going to sell it for like the same, $50. You're going to make $38 per account, $38.10 times 50. You're making $2,488 a month as an agency plan. You're printing money out. Like, I don't know. Some of you maybe are not looking to be an agency like this. Some of you are not looking to be huge like this. And I get it. Like, I don't want to have 50 clients, but I know a lot of you, especially those of you from the world of like go high level. Like, this is how those people are making a shit ton of money. They are printing money, is something like this. Actually, the real money is not here. The real money is in enterprise. So let's do the math on enterprise, which is not up here. Let's just do it this way because it's not up there. I want to say enterprise is 2,500. I know some of you are like, this makes no sense to me. I don't need any of this. But if you want to build an empire, you want to sell chatbot platforms to other people. Like, we chatbot builders, like, we are the builder. You can be the builder. You're just our white label. Call it whatever you want. Okay. I'm going to say it's 2,500 a month. I could be wrong. It could be less. It's no more than 2,500 a month. And that's unlimited accounts, if I'm not mistaken. Unlimited. So let's say I'm going to divide it by, I don't know, 50. You would, to break even at $50 a month, you would only need 50 accounts, which is your tap out of agency. So here's the roadmap to success if you want to build a empire. If you are looking to make money and you're willing to put in the work, I'm not saying this is easy, but I do know some of you are hustlers and you can get this done. Start with a couple pro plans. Sell those first, right? Sell them to clients. Have your clients pay for it, right? This is built into your services. I'm going to build you a chatbot. I'm going to manage your chatbot. It's going to cover the cost of that. So we're going to build it up, and then we're going to get around 40 or so accounts. You don't even need that much to break even on the $500 and some account, right? However much it is to break even on the agency plan. Then you upgrade to the agency plan. And now you're cooking, because now you're making $38 for every $50 account. You're making money. But then once you hit 50 accounts, which is pretty quick if you're using this path, say, screw it. Let's go to enterprise. Enterprise is, let's say, $2,500 a month. I'm giving you a formula here. Who wants to build a team and go out and sell these as if you are the chatbot builder? But you don't need to be a developer. We're doing all the work. Chatbot builder is building this masterful platform that's awesome. You could be an enterprise. Enterprise is fully white labeled, and you have unlimited accounts that you become a reseller. You sell it under your brand, under your name. Oh my gosh, if I had more time, this would be what I would do, honestly. And actually, this is what Ryan initially, before I came on to work with Chatbot Builder, this is what he wanted me to do because he thought I wanted to do this. It's not for me. I'm just telling you what's possible. So like, you could You could charge less than we do. You could charge more. Doesn't matter. As long as you're paying us the $2,500 a month, you break even at 50 accounts at $50 an account. Anything after that is pure profit. And you probably wouldn't go to enterprise until you get to that point. That's just your break even. That's pretty crazy if you ask me. I don't know what you guys think. I think a lot of people who come into Chatbot Builder are like just individual agencies, like myself. Like I build them for clients, and I'm just, I'll take my clients as I come, that sort of thing. That's fine. That's why we give you the other options. But I know for a fact there are people out there, probably in our Discord right now, who don't even know this is possible. And you're coming from like go high level land. I keep saying go high level because this is their model. They buy an enterprise. I have friends who have agencies that have white labeled high level and are killing it, like killing it. And we can do the same. So go out there and make that money. Oh my gosh, I get so excited about you guys making money. I love it. I love that for you. If I get 10 clients to pay for their own accounts monthly, it will pay for my agency plan monthly, and I can have 40 more accounts to sell monthly. Yes, profits. Exactly what I'm telling you. And by the way, don't ever pay for your clients' accounts. Like this should always be baked into your cost. And we talk about, this is something we're going to talk about in my, yes, this is exactly what I'm saying. The white label, especially the enterprise, is built so that you can be the reseller, the enterprise. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's what the agency plan is. Agency plan is actually, the reason I say pretty sure is the agency plan is built for agencies. It is white labeled. It's really, the thought is that my agency is building your chatbots, but you don't know what the platform is we use because everything is white labeled to my agency. The enterprise plan certainly could be for that same purpose if you're much bigger, but really the magic of the enterprise plan is you become the chatbot builder. You are Chatbot Builder AI, but you've renamed it. So it's like Kelly's Bots Are Us. And now I have all the capabilities of Chatbot Builder AI, except I have unlimited accounts that I can sell. And I don't code. I'm not a developer. I'm a chatbot builder. I can build some mean chatbots. I'm an educator, sure. But instead of sitting over here and, promoting Chatbot Builder, I'm going to be like, go sign up for kellysbotsrus.com. And it's literally Chatbot Builder, but it's entirely my branding. And I manage it. And actually, they get rollout to the enterprise level. It gets rollout to the stuff that we put out first. They're like the first ones that get everything. So, well, there's some occasions when they don't. But I think that is always our goal, is to make sure they get them first. So yes, to answer the question, you white labels can sell the software as yourself. No one's going to know. Who's going to know? And we don't care. That's what it's built for. That's why we offer it. We want you to make money off of us. Go for it. Please go make money. Build a team. Man, I know so many people who would kill at this, and I sit here and try to convince them, like, listen, this is the roadmap. Because a lot of people have to start with something. And a lot of times when you're starting in something like this, you don't have any money, right? You're a bootstrapper. That's how I was when I started my business. It was all out of my pocket, and I had empty pockets. So where do you start? You got to get that first client. That's where you start with the basic plan. First client, basic plan. This $49 in that month. You're going to charge your first client something like $1,000 to build a bot. We've done pricing videos. You guys go check out my pricing videos. I'm just throwing numbers out. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm going to manage your account for $100 a month. So like, if you just need me to keep tabs on it, keep it refreshed, call me if there's an issue. I'm like your support team. $100 a month or $200 a month, whatever you want to charge, whatever it's worth. If it's a more aggressive account that needs like weekly updates, sure, I'm going to charge you like $500, $600 a month. The point is I'm making a profit. I'm not just paying for $49.99. I'm not going to be like, oh, $50 a month. No. I'm going to make money off of being your support dude, support lady, dudette, right? And then I'm going to go and I'm going to sell another client. I'm going to sell another client. And then eventually, and they're all paying for their accounts. I'm not losing any money. I'm only making money. This is the mindset of someone who is going to be successful as an agency and someone who's not. I can't believe that you guys just turned my live into an agency training. Look at you, y'all sneaky. I don't normally do agency trainings for free, but this is the mindset of a winning agency. A lot of people go into this with a negative mindset. It's a bad money mindset. And I know that sounds really foo-foo, but what I mean is like, oh, I don't have the money. It's part of your cost. Charge the client and make your money, okay? You are making more money than the cost, always. If you're not, you're doing it wrong. It's broken. You need to listen to me. You're doing it wrong. And again, it goes back to confidence. If you're not confident enough to be asking for the money you deserve, okay, so you start with the basic plan, build until you have enough money, buy the agency plan, making more money, build. It's like a snowball effect, right? And then you get 50 people, and 50 people is the break even for $2,500 a month. 50 people at $50 a month, you are breaking even, which means you can be Chatbot Builder AI. If you want to learn more about this, I suggest you reach out to our support team. They can absolutely answer more questions about this. But I'm telling you, like, we're going into the new year. People are like trying to figure out their money situation, what they want to do with their businesses. It's not always easy to be a business owner. I know I've been doing it for 16 plus years. You have your ups and your downs. But I'm telling you, if I were starting today, I don't have the energy anymore, y'all. I'm not starting today. My business is successful and I'm doing it exactly my way, which means I don't have to work more than like 3 days a week unless I want to, okay? I am living the flippin' dream. But if I were starting over and I had no money, bootstrapping from the beginning, that's the path I would take. This is exactly the formula. And as soon as I could, I would be hiring people to help me sell these accounts. And then I would be training my own support team. That's the difference, I think. And I'm not an enterprise person. Wendy's actually the expert on enterprise. That's her baby. But I think that you have to provide your own customer service because, again, it's so white labeled. Our support is not white label. Like, you can go to our support and ask questions, but your clients couldn't go to our support to ask questions, right? Exactly. Kelly, one thing I know is businesses just don't know how to implement it. Exactly. And so I'm telling you, like, it's as simple as start with one client. One client, one account. The client covers the account. Build up a portfolio. Maybe if you're and I have seen people like in the high level world where they will hire people like assistants and stuff from other countries, lower cost to, if you're in the United States, lower cost to you to hire people in other countries, which they're still making a living wage. That's killing it. But you can hire them to help you build these chatbots. You can have the chatbot help you sell. Like, I am not a natural salesperson. I mean, people tell me I am because that's what I used to do for a living, but I find it exhausting because I'm an introvert, if you can believe it. I don't like talking to people, which is why I do lives. Because I'm talking at you. It's different. I'm kind of joking, but not really. But I don't like sales. I'm good at it if I have to, but I don't like it. I like to just tell you what it is. And probably this is why my clients pay me so well. Because I'm just like, this is what you need. This is what it's going to cost. If you don't like it, you don't like it. I'm the expert. Trust me. And this is what I tell my clients. I'm like, this is what it is. Okay. So when you're just starting, there are 2 routes you can take. Slow and steady wins the race. That's the one I've already told you. Start with one client, do one account. Client covers the account, then some. You have to cover not only your costs, but you need to make money, right? After that, then you just build up until you get to the next level, if that's something you want to do. This is different than just being a regular agency with like a couple of well-paying clients. Not everyone can manage 50 accounts, which is why I would say you probably need to hire people. But the difference at the enterprise level is you are not managing all those chatbots. This is where you need to separate the two. There is the agency track, which is you are an agency, you and your team are building chatbots for businesses. The enterprise track is you are selling a chatbot platform to other agencies, to other businesses to build their own chatbots. But on top of that, you can also say, not only do we have this awesome chatbot platform, but if you need someone to help you, here is a directory of people. So you can even have your own little established directory, which, by the way, we often refer out to our most loyal customers at Chatbot Builder. I personally have sent business to people in our community because I don't like building chatbots for certain industries and stuff. So I'll send them out. Or if I'm too busy, or if they want me to work more than 3 days a week, I'm like, here you go. Here you go. This is a good note. They do have office hours Wednesdays. Come join us for office hours Wednesday at 10:30 Eastern. We discuss ideas and best practices there too. Yeah, this is another great thing to do. And then I think Friday, you guys do something. I'm like totally checked out on Fridays in the afternoon because that's my kids' time. That's mommy time. Fridays they do, what is it? Freestyle Fridays. Is that what he calls it? And Ryan will get on and do a live on on Chatbot Builder's YouTube, and they'll explore new things. So the lives are really great because we do these little tangents, and there's so many Easter eggs and so many little gold nuggets that you don't get just from watching like a recorded video. The recorded videos are more of like, let me learn a skill, right? I want to learn how to do, what is an agent? How do I build it? Right? Whereas the lives are like, yes, we will show you a skill, but a lot of times we go on these tangents. We're like, oh, we got to show you this thing I just thought about, right? Or we like, now I'm giving you this crazy tangent on how to build an empire, not planned. So yeah, those are the office hours in Discord. All right. My voice is going out because y'all know I don't like going live more than an hour. But if you do want to check out some more of the videos on my account, I know a lot of you are watching on Chatbot Builder AI's YouTube. Head on over to Baby Got Bot. Just search Baby Got Bot on YouTube. You'll find me. And I have at least one new video every week, and they're shorter. They're like 15 minutes or less. I think my Facebook ad one was the longest one because that's a very complicated situation. I think it ended up being like 20 minutes. So hit me up over there, subscribe. And if you are brand new, you want to check it out, I'm like totally over your head, but you're like, I want to check it out. Chatbotbuilder.ai. There's a free account. It's a great sandbox account for you to get started and just build your empire. Get out there and just make money. I love it. Now, the assignment that I give to you guys every time I go live, I'm going to give to you right now before I end today. Go to Discord or go to my post in the Facebook group, Chatbot Builders Facebook group, where I shared this video. And I want you to tell me the number one best nugget that you got out of today's live video. Was it the purpose that I gave you, which is like, if you know the possibilities, then you can sell more? Or was it this really impromptu agency lecture / training I did at the end? That feedback is so invaluable to me, but I also want other people to see what we talk about in these videos so they show up next time. So go to either Discord or to my post in the Facebook group and tell me, what was the nugget? What was the one thing? Let me know. In the meantime, enjoy your Freestyle Friday tomorrow. I'm sure Ryan's going to do it. Did you guys know that he's about to have another baby, by the way? Like, mad congrats to him. He's about to be a big double papa. Love that for him. I have 2 kids, so, I'm like, he's like my little bro. I love that for him, but hopefully he'll still be able to do all these lives. But my guess is his world's about to be rocked. But send him mad good wishes as well. You guys have a great weekend, and I will catch up with you soon. And I think next week we're going to fix my bot. As long as, you know what? I can't do it next week because next week is Thanksgiving. So like the week after. All right. You guys have a good one. Talk to you later. Peace out.